Yep, there's my phone. It has a notification.
That was so good, I think we'll have it a second time.
That's so good. I think I'll eat it now. That's so good. I think I'll eat it now.
You ever seen the video where it's like, with the grape Sprite? It's that grape Sprite. The guy tries for that grape Sprite, and he just goes in a circle. He just keeps asking for the grape Sprite.
No.
What? It's like 10 minutes of a dude asking to try some grape Sprite.
I've never seen that video.
He's like, yeah, it's Sprite with grape in it. You want to try some? Like, yeah, it's grape Sprite. He just keeps drinking it.
I don't know if I would like. I mean, isn't that just grape soda at that point? Grape Sprite. I mean, Sprite's just lemon lime.
It might be like lemon. You know, like Sprite's like lemon lime.
Yeah.
So it might be just like that with more grape in it.
I love lemon lime.
Yeah.
It's sangria.
That's fair. What is?
Got a bunch of questions.
I know.
Oh wow. Okay, hold up.
What is going on, guys? And welcome to our lunchtime live. First off, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Give thanks.
T-minus 1 day until mashed potato time.
Oh God.
And deviled
I'm gonna
eggs.
be in a coma.
I love deviled eggs.
I'm having a steak tomorrow.
But we do already have a lot of questions, which is cool.
Awesome.
So let's get cracking.
All right. Let's see.
Do you guys have an airsoft arena?
Yes, we do. It's called the Amped Airsoft Arena.
It's right. It's like 15 feet away. It's in the same building.
It's in our warehouse.
Um,
Stupid fucking sticker on the window.
Yeah, that's so weird.
It reminds me every day.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Wait, let me see.
Here, read this one out loud. No, don't. That's funny. You got that old man on TikTok to say that.
That was funny.
I'm not going to say it. Which IGL do I buy to HPA my Tokyo Marui breacher? That would be the Amped TM IGL. We have one specifically for Tokyo Marui gas shotguns.
JAG's different, right? Like JAG scatter guns are different than
Nope.
the TM, or is it the
Same one.
Same one. Okay.
Yep. So it's the Scattergun IGL or the TM IGL on the website. Just go to our IGL page, click the drop down, select your engine, which would be in this case your TM breacher. Pick your color, add custom text if you want, and add a filter if you want.
Yeah.
And then you're good to go. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Thank you. Turkey ham or prime rib?
Prime rib, period.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Yeah, prime rib, period. There's like no competition with the others. Unless the ham is pulled pork. Then I would probably have the pulled pork. I'm just being honest. Barbecue's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not a huge turkey person.
I hate turkey. I don't know why. Do you know of a person at Thanksgiving who goes, "Oh, I'm so happy I get turkey tonight"?
I mean,
I'm more excited for the turkey leftovers because then I put them between two pieces of bread.
I hate turkey.
Turkey sandwich.
I
Yeah,
hate
some
turkey.
Really?
It's so dry. It's so
You guys
dry.
are making good then.
No, it's good when you first cut it. It's good when you first cut it, and then it was like, I don't want it. Like, I don't know, 30 minutes after it's served, it's so dry.
Backdraft, I make some bomb deviled eggs.
Dude, I love deviled eggs.
Oh, me too. I can eat a whole tray.
Why can't they be the Lord's eggs?
Yeah, why are they the devil eggs?
Happy Thanksgiving, Aiden. Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm going to a local event as a support gunner. Should I run my M1919 or MG4? They both are really good guns.
1919, period.
Yeah, that thing's pretty sick.
I have other opinions on the MG4.
Yeah, I mean, the MG4 is cool, but the 1919, I think you just don't see enough.
I love the MG1919, or not the MG19, the M1919, just because I think it's a very simple design. It works really well, and they didn't mess up the box mag on it. So those are all reasons why I think that one would be the best one to run. Also, it's just a meme gun. The MG4 is an MG4, right? Like, it's a cool gun. It's unique, but, like, it's an LG.
The Christmas tree behind y'all. Already behind y'all.
Yep.
That's what I said. I was told we're getting a Christmas tree, and I said it's not even
Oh, humbug.
Thanksgiving.
We both walked in and were like,
I'm not-
why is Christmas set up in here?
I'm not the Grinch.
You're Ebenezer Scrooge.
I'm not Scrooge either. It's just the holidays are in order.
Yes.
This could go up tomorrow.
It could. It could 100% go up tomorrow.
We spent no time waiting. Pumpkins come down, tree goes up.
I'll take all 3: turkey, ham, and prime rib.
No.
I don't blame you. McRib.
McRib.
I love a McRib.
How do I come play
Ladies and gentlemen.
at the Amped Arena? You come on a weekend that we are open. Vic, you've been down here. You know how to be here.
Vic plays private games.
Vic, you have to. How you get here is on your skateboard. That's how you come to play at the Amped Arena. You go on your skateboard and you get the whole way here, and then you go and play, and then you ride your skateboard home. That's how you come to the Amped Arena.
This is true. This is true. How we doing today, gents? Doing well.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's been a pretty good day.
My house is already decked out with the tree and everything.
Amen. Merry Christmas, brother.
Eric, I hate
Got a
you.
couple of bah humbugs in this room.
Oh my God. God, I want some structure in my life. It's just
I just don't want to miss out on my favorite holiday of the year before Christmas. So I think you should really celebrate my favorite holiday, which is Brown Wednesday.
Oh, good. I was getting worried when you said, if you're going to say, like, well, I love Thanksgiving, I would be like, you just complain about the turkey, so you could...
I will say as a holiday goes, not the damn turkey part of it, but as a holiday, I actually like Thanksgiving better because there's no pressure to just get a bunch of random gifts from my relatives that nobody's going to like anyways. Like, I like that part of Thanksgiving.
It's
like
a gift buying problem.
I don't want to buy people gift problem.
Tom, I think you've had a rough growing up around holidays.
I hate
You
Christmas.
hate turkey.
I hate Christmas.
You hate buying gifts. You hate getting gifts.
I do. I hate getting gifts.
Do you like Halloween?
Yeah, I love scaring people.
You do it every day.
That's an everyday task. Every day is Halloween for Tom. That's funny. Where are we at here? Turkey is pretty good. You know when it hasn't been cooked wrong. This is true.
Yeah, you do very quickly. You know, you have like that sandpaper.
I just got a shipping notification. My heartbeat sensor is on the way.
Logan asked me if it was
Wait.
You should say yeah.
Wait a minute. What?
My heartbeat sensor.
What do you mean your heartbeat sensor?
Like MW2.
Like a fake heartbeat
No.
sensor?
No, like a heartbeat.
There's no heartbeat sensor.
Oh, that's you think.
Bro's never played Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, this dude's never played
Tom,
MW2.
Tom, you might be an expert at night vision, but you're not an expert at detecting people's heartbeats on the battlefield.
We're on a 3D print website.
Yeah,
That's the way of the world now. You should know this.
everything's 3D printed. You just search it.
What is this?
It's the heartbeat on
It's the heartbeat
Bro,
sensor.
this is not gonna work.
Oh my god.
Dude, can
Can you
type?
spell heart? Jesus.
I'm just, everybody's watching.
Heart best, heart bear,
Oh my
heartbeat.
Everybody's watching me. I'm under the pressure.
Dude, oh my
It's
god.
not even here. It's not even here. You're making this up.
Dude,
It's not even there.
no space.
Here, beat, heartbeat.
There it is. Yeah.
It's just a sticker.
No, it's real. It's real.
It's legit.
Oh my god.
I can't wait for it to come in.
I love how they have like the new HoloSun sight on top of it, so it just looks obnoxious as hell.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
That's kind of nuts.
It's sick.
Detecting heartbeats.
That's so funny.
It's fully functioning.
Look, I'm gonna comment.
Write a review. I haven't gotten it yet.
This
I'm not watching you type.
is reek.
Jesus.
All right.
I think that's just where I'm sitting and how I'm sitting. I
So,
gotta find home row.
home row. Oh my god. Any hopes for a new GHK AK-105 V3?
Probably not. I haven't heard anything about it.
Me neither. I mean, you can keep hoping. I mean, there might be a revision or something coming soon. I
Not that I'm aware of.
So, favorite HPA engine? Mine, this is a personal opinion, because I think there really isn't a bad HPA engine on the market at this stage in the game.
Yeah.
There's not a bad one.
No, there's not a bad one. I'm
Like,
trying
if
to
you-
like be critical right now, which is very hard to do.
Yeah, if you think about it, you can buy anything from Phoenix, the Phoenix, you can do anything Polar Star,
Yeah.
anything Wolverine,
Yeah.
anything Redline,
Yeah.
anything Mancraft.
The gate units are a little bit.
Oh yeah, the gates.
The gates, I would say, at this point in time, are the newer comer to the field, and they're good, but they do have some stuff like nozzle compatibility, which the Phoenix suffers from too for right now.
Yeah.
Well, for right now.
But any new engines.
Yeah,
going to.
I would say those are the ones that are just still having the growing pains. Outside of that, everything has its place. Everything
Yeah.
I can make an argument for any of the current engines on the market over another one. You know.
Okay, I can agree. I mean.
Yeah, the Pulsar D is bad. So there were a bunch of issues with the Pulsar D when it first came out. I completely agree with that. They have done about, I think, 3 revisions now to the tappet plate system. It does fit better in gearboxes. That was a big problem with them at first. The nozzles are a lot better as well. You can use any regular AEG nozzle, which is good. So they are doing a lot better. They do still have some kinks to be worked out. I'm not going to sit here and say they're great engines right now. They definitely do work. You do need to sit there and tinker with them.
They have potential to be very good
Yes.
engines. And they're working on it. And that's what we like to see.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing you can see is a company produce a product, it has its problems, and then nothing's done about it.
Yeah. I think.
But Gate is doing the proper steps of like, we listen, here's a revision. We listen, here's a revision.
The flip side of that, though, is their trigger board is probably the most innovative thing for HPA engines as of right now, and it goes with any existent HPA unit right now. So if you like your Inferno, if you like something that works already, and you want to upgrade it further, Gate does make probably the best upgrade for HPA engines on the market right now.
Second best, the best upgrade you can do to your HPA engine is the Amped IGL 2.0.
Yes, actually, shameless plug.
Shameless
plug.
Absolute no shame in that one at
But yeah,
all.
it legitimately is probably the best thing you can get for any
Protect your
engine.
engine, get better airflow, customize. I do it 8 hours a day, so, you know, I'll make your line for you. Anywho, favorite HP engine, from what I was going to say earlier, my personal favorite HP engine is the Mancraft PDIK.
Yeah.
That is my favorite HP
Yeah,
engine.
that's one of my favorites right now. I'd have to say that. It goes between the F2, an Inferno, and the Phoenix right now as far as electronics go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only
Those
talking...
would be my... But they're all kind of 3 different ones in my head because they all do different things.
Well, the other thing, too, is I'm not saying... Like, I don't hate favorite questions, but I feel like the common misconception is when someone says their favorite, it's like, here's everything else, and here's your favorite.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's my favorite, and I'm splitting hairs.
Mine's like this because it's like, for me, and I think for you as well, like, there are differences in these engines, and for different applications and different use cases, they actually are better in some cases versus others. Like, a DMR guy who's willing to tune, you want to do a Fusion engine or an F2.
Yeah.
That's the best tunable one right now. A guy who is just getting into it and just wants to get on the field and perform on an average basis, buy Phoenix. It's a great budget one. It operates really well.
Yep.
And if you want something that's really reliable and a little more rugged, a little more pricey, but not as pricey as an F2, get an Inferno. That's the way I look at it.
You're getting called out, Tom.
Why? What's up?
Nozzle compatibility issue with the Phoenix, question mark?
So what I meant by that is you didn't have a lot of nozzles at the beginning. You're not the same way as Gate, Aiden, but you didn't have a lot of different nozzle lengths at the beginning. You do offer custom nozzle lengths, which is why yours are better. But like Polar Star and with Inferno, they have a wide selection already pre-made and available. I don't know if you've updated that right now where you're backstocking a bunch of pre-made ones. The option that you do have to custom make them is great for the customer, but that was something originally that wasn't available. That's why I said that. E-House called me out.
Where'd E-House say? What is he? Tom doesn't hate gifts. He loves getting cigars and beer.
Yes, this is true. I love cigars and whiskey.
Oh, I was going to say bourbon.
Bourbon, yes. And beer. Beer's good, especially when you give me the one from Rochester. That's a very good beer.
I don't like it. What?
Yeah, we were just there.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
the
I
last
don't
one
know.
I see is Backdraft. Am I up to date?
I guess so.
Yeah. I mean,
All the Aiden follow-up. All the nozzles are in stock now. The wife is packing them as we speak.
There you go, getting ready for Black Friday.
Yeah.
When is the Christmas sale going to start, and are you allowed to say how much of a discount it'll be with the code?
Christmas sale. So we already have Black Friday going on this week. That's already started, and we are going to have even more sales going on as Black Friday happens and Cyber Monday happens. If you guys want to have full details on what is going to be discounted, go on our website and then click the banner Black Friday, and it'll go into all of the different discounts and stuff.
Correct. It's the biggest thing. During this Black Friday sale, I'm really considering an HPA build, but a first-time user for HPA.
Phoenix.
What would you recommend for a beginner-friendly HPA engine?
Phoenix.
There you go.
Immediately Phoenix. Because it's also budget-friendly, too. You're just getting into it. I don't want to see you dump a ton of money into something that you might not like. I would get something that's a single solenoid if you don't want to immediately go with the Phoenix because it's a newer engine. But I would recommend the Phoenix, a Jack, or an Inferno. One of those three should probably be your first engine. I wouldn't get a mechanical one. I would not get a dual solenoid one. I would get one of those three so you can kind of figure your way around with it, and there's a lot of room for error when tuning them.
Where are we at? Ready for Thanksgiving? I start on November 1st, on God. All I want for Christmas is Zins and a McRibs. Sounds like a very happy Christmas. What's your top 3 platforms gun-wise? AK is my number one, I would say.
M4 for me.
Next one. I really like LMGs.
I just bought 2 LMGs in the last month, and I'm really getting into them.
And I love my Glock.
I would say my favorite platforms, if I need to do it, it's an M4, a 249, and I'm trying to think of my last one if I want to do a pistol or I want to do something else.
I've just
Probably my Glock as well.
G36.
No.
Yeah, no one's agreeing with you on that
no.
one. Sorry. I'd rather starve than use a G36.
I do not like G36s from an airsoft standpoint.
I wouldn't even want a real one.
No, I think the real ones are
No,
really
I'm just
cool.
kidding.
I fired a real one for one time. Oh my god, the recoil, the way it recoils is super cool.
It's crazy.
I
have
love
to,
that.
I have to knock Eric down a few times.
Yes, as far as airsoft goes, no. No.
He's not even reacting. Yeah, he ain't even paying attention.
No.
Eric's sleepy.
We got sleepy Eric today in the room.
Wes got scammed into buying a broken off DS screen, didn't he? Dude, that would be hard though.
That is so funny.
Imagine if you had the DS screen. I've thought about this. You get a little baby LCD screen and a Raspberry Pi.
Oh, you could make
You
it.
could make the animation.
You could totally
That'd be
make
sick.
it. That'd be funny. That was a golden comment.
Dude, I'm just gonna get a Game Boy Advanced SP and tape it to the side of my receiver, and then you just flip the screen out. There you go. You're good.
You're playing Pokemon on the side of your
That'd be
freaking
hard.
airsoft.
Dude, this event's so boring. You're just like playing.
God. Yeah, we got a lot of YouTube ones. We're doing good on YouTube.
Where are we here? Hey guys, looking to switch over to HPA after playing with AGs for 8 years. What gun would you guys recommend for CQB / mid-range fights? I want something light but durable, can take some abuse. If you're going to HPA it,
Are you, I guess, do you have a gun that you're trying to HPA right now, or are you trying to buy a new gun and it's going to be HPA'd? I guess that's the question. Because if you already have something in mind that you're going to be HPAing, we can go over that and what we would think is the best engine to go with it based off of your criteria. Or if you're saying, hey, I want to do a gun with an HPA engine in it, give us what you want to, tell us that and we can go from there. We'll come back to that.
will y'all make an HPA sniper?
So, there is a few HPA engines for sniper rifles. We don't currently offer them because of a few reasons. A lot of sniper rifles and a lot of sniper guys are very particular about exactly what they want out of those guns, and oftentimes they prefer to be the ones HPAing it because they have a certain desired effect. That's why we really don't offer it, because it's very niche in particular. So at this time we don't. It's not something we couldn't do. It's just we don't really see a lot of want for us to pre-HPA something for people in that regard.
I think a lot of snipers themselves are very particular
Yeah.
as well, and they like to tinker and dial things in.
Yeah.
We would never be able to reach that level of...
Like exactly what that person wants out of their gun. Yeah.
So, if I bought a Phoenix from Amped, would you be able to install it into an AEG I purchased from there as well?
Yes, we, as long as it's one of our HPA builds, the Phoenix engine is listed on most of our builds now. So it should be an option set for you to select when you go and select the build. As long as it is a build that we offer on the website that's already being done by us, we will totally do it. Now, if you buy like an L85 from us and you buy a Phoenix, no, we can't do that right now. We only have so many builds on our website that we have approved right now, especially during the holidays, because of volume and because of just reliability that we've been able to test with different builds. Come the down season or the slow season for buying, we do offer custom builds. If you want to email in and do a custom request, we do offer that in our lower volume season. So if you do want something very special in particular, we can work with you and do that build as well. It's just we don't offer that during the holiday season because there's such a rush right now. So we just can't offer that right now.
Very busy.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the Silverback Airsoft Desert Tech MDRX Micron V3?
I love it.
I also love it.
I love it. I love that they have an M4 option. I do like the length of the other one better, but the cool part is you can change the lowers and uppers on these, so you can run M4, you can run 308. I think the version 3 is very good, and it works really well. The version 1 and the version 2, tons of problems with them. A lot of people are aware of those problems. The version 3 seems to have fixed all of those problems.
I really enjoyed it when I got to shoot it, and we have a full-length review on it, so you can go read but watch all the specs and info about it,
Yeah.
and watch some gameplay of it being used. Hi, Jordan.
Go away, Jordan.
You're so mean.
It's Jordan.
That's fair. Just wait till my full auto conversion for the VSR 10 is released.
Oh, that's cool.
If that becomes a thing,
That's kind of nuts.
banned. I'd be buying a new gun to HPA. The Backdraft Phoenix looks really good for the price, so preferably that engine.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
I would tell you to use that engine. It's gonna have performance on par with a Jack and a Gate Pulsar in the way that it's designed and the way that it works. I highly recommend it, especially for the price. It is probably one of the best things you can get as a first-time HPA engine.
Yeah, very good stuff. Get an IGL for it too.
Miss you too, Tom.
All right, Tom, here you go.
Not
So
ever.
what's the main difference between the new AGM thermals? Is it
Oh,
worth the price jump? I'm not done. Is it worth the price
Yeah.
jump to get the nicer version for just Airsoft?
All right. So, I'm going to try and be as succinct as possible because we're talking about nerd shit.
Hey, give yourself a minute. I'm going to go grab a Red Bull, so go
All right,
ahead.
yeah. So basically, while he's grabbing a Red Bull, thermals have a few different things going on with their sensors. The main thing to know is three different things. The size of the lens of the front optic, which is going to be your different millimeters. So you're going to have, I think we have a 19, a 25, a 35, and a 50 millimeter wide lens. And that's just the front optic. So that's going to be your field of view that the thermal can see. So the bigger optic, the wider field of view you can see. Then you're going to have your sensitivity. So the second number that you're going to see on the thermal is going to be your sensitivity of the thermal sensor itself. A lower number basically means that it's going to be a little bit more pixelated, and a higher number is going to be a little bit more high def. The third number you're going to look at is the refresh rates, which would be in hertz. Generally, the newer AGMs, all of them are coming at 50 hertz, which is way higher than older thermals, which means you're going to see a smoother image as it processes as you're moving the thermal across whatever you're looking at. So as you go up in the different numbers, I hate you.
I'm kidding. It's very interesting.
As you go up in the different numbers, the prices are going to go up because you're paying for more performance. We have an $800 thermal from AGM that I believe is a 19 millimeter 256 sensor, and it has 50 hertz for refresh rate. If you're getting into a thermal, that is a perfect one to start out with, and you can use that thermal for probably years to come and not have any regrets on buying it. $800 is a really good spot to get in on a thermal optic. It has a reticle on it, and you can be very effective with it. And again, for $800, that's a really, really good buy. If you want something that is a little bit more high depth, I would tell you to increase the sensitivity of the sensor first, then the size of the optic. You don't need that wide of a field of view in Airsoft from a thermal sensor for the ranges that we're using, but you do need, in my opinion, a little bit better temperature differentiation, which the more sensitive sensor is going to help with. The refresh rates on most of the thermals that we offer right now are all going to be around 50 hertz. So that's not really going to play into, apples to apples comparison. So what I would tell you to get is, if you're trying to get into thermals right now, just buy the $800 one. That's what I would tell you to do. Buy that, put on your gun, you're gonna have a great time using it, especially in wooded environments. If you want to be more competitive and you want to use it for, honestly, hunting reasons, I would tell you to get something that has a 300 plus sensor to it. So I think we offer one that's a 386 or a 364, I can't remember off the top of my head, sensitivity. And if you do want to use it for more stationary viewing, I would get a wider lens on it. So, instead of a 19 millimeter, you can go to that 25, that 30, the 35 that we offer. Again, you're just going to increase price there. It's really going to be up to you. You are going to pay for more capability as you go up in these numbers. The main thing, though, and the main performance factor that is going to stay consistent across the board with all the AGMs is the refresh rate, which, to be quite honest, is going to be the biggest indicator to your eye that you are using a really good thermal. And like I said, for $800 for the lowest end one that we offer, it is honestly a really good deal. And you're paying probably twice as much, maybe 3 times as much as a really good red dot sight, but you are getting quite a lot more of effectiveness. And you can use it during the day and night. Again, me trying to be succinct, that's as much as I can probably say right now. I could go very, very more in depth on why they are the way they are, but that is what I would recommend. If you're getting a new one, do the $800 one. If you're trying to upgrade and be really competitive, you're probably looking at a $2,000 to $3,000 range.
There you go. Good job, Tom.
I tried really hard.
So we are going to be giving away, I'm going to answer this one real quick because it is something we've been talking about. But for those who entered into the giveaway of our AK right here, I think it was on Instagram, correct? Mm-hmm. We're going to be giving that away in a few minutes. So tell your friends, text your friends, whatever. Get on the live. If you are not here for the live and we do draw your name, you will get a personal message saying that you won. So, and then if you don't respond within 48 hours.
Yeah.
Well, by Friday because of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, by Friday, it'll be moved on to the next person. So, just so that's out and in the open. But for the website, sorry for the questions. You're good, man. This is what we're here for.
Yeah, man.
I am looking right now, how do I do the Phoenix build for a custom HPA on the website? But so far, all the guns I have checked do not offer the Phoenix.
Okay, so if you see something like that and it's not being offered and it's like an M4 or an AK, some platform like that, can you please email into sales@ampedairsoft.com and be like, hey, I want to buy this build, but I want a Phoenix engine for it. We will make the build happen with the Phoenix engine. I just need you to email in to us and request it, please. If you can do that, then we can do the engine. Some of the pages have not been fully updated yet. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But we definitely 100% can do a Phoenix build on pretty much every gun that is listed on that website. Yeah. As long as it's a pre-built. So if you can do that, then I can get that Phoenix engine onto the order for you, and that will be no problem at all.
There you go.
As long as we have the Phoenix in stock. That's the only other thing. We might not have them all in stock right now because they have been selling like crazy fast. Let's check.
I think so.
It looks like we have it in stock.
Let's see. Yeah.
We have plenty in stock. So yeah, as long as you see that, then we should be able to do that for you.
Yes, sir. Eric, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, guys. So we're going to draw the winner for the. What brand is it? SEMA? Oh, it's a SEMA though, right?
S&T.
S&T.
S&T, yes. the
S&T AK, sorry. So, Ross, you can get that in focus. You know.
Alright. To show how fair we do it.
Do we get to see your Band-Aid?
Are the winners? They used to make Band-Aid. I don't trust the government. Ooh, Triton, ooh. Congratulations. You are the winner. You will be receiving a DM momentarily.
Congratulations on your new toy airsoft gun.
There you go.
What was the name again?
Ooh, Triton, ooh.
Ooh, Triton, ooh.
Ooh, Triton, ooh. Congratulations. And
If you beat me to DMing you, I will send some stickers for you.
Awesome.
so, there you go, guys. We do this pretty regularly, too. So,
Yeah,
This
every
is-
other week. I think
We've been giving a lot of stuff away.
Yeah.
lots of stuff. So, just keep entering, and you will probably have a good chance.
Let's keep going. There's a ton of good questions right now. You guys are awesome today.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. 16 of them in stock. We will see if I can get one.
Yeah, please email in, and at the end of the live, I will double check with customer service to make sure that they got that email, and then that way it gets into the queue when it needs to be.
Yeah. So. Ooh. The drawings are not rigged in any way.
They are not. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, they're not. They're literally
I did them live
randomized.
right in front of
They're
you.
literally
literally
randomized.
watched
They're
it.
live. I don't know how we could rig it.
I don't know what else I could do. Studio audience.
Live studio audience.
Walks to live studio audience and pulls.
We'd have laugh tracks.
Yeah.
Oh God. You ever watch like a clip from like iCarly or like one of those shows where they remove the laugh tracks digitally?
Oh, dude, it's like, it's just depressing.
It's painful to
It's-
watch.
It's just depressing.
Oh, it's awful. Thanks for helping me get set up with HPA. Sorry, your messages are 3 messages, but
No, yeah, definitely, man.
absolutely, bro. That's what we're here to do. Can I pay Eric off to rig the drawing in my favor?
Yes.
Yes, correct. You can.
Yes,
I will post my Venmo and my PayPal.
As long as you do that, because it's a private, we don't know that at all. So if you want to pay Eric off, you can, and totally is legal.
Wait
Yeah.
for a good one.
Yeah, pretty legit. Yeah. No, we will not be doing
No.
that.
I still will say yes. But
Eric. The nozzle on my friends and family only. I hate you. The nozzle on my high kappa keeps breaking. It's there. Is there a better one for a TM?
There's a lot of good nozzles for high kappas.
I think I used a cow.
The cows are great. If it keeps breaking on you, you might want to look at maybe your blowback housing or how it interfaces with the hop-up. It might be there might be some weird vibration or misalignment that it's actually hitting the feed lip on the magazine wrong. You may need to shave that down a little bit so that it doesn't keep breaking on you and it funnels properly into the feed lip on the magazine. Or that, again, check that alignment with your hop-up and your nozzle to make sure that it is very good, because sometimes when you're installing it, you could install it a little bit crooked, or your blowback housing might be installed a little bit wrong, or might not like the new nozzle if you're using the stock blowback housing. There's a few different moving parts there that could cause the nozzle to be breaking, because there's so many interactive parts in a high kappa.
But yeah, cows are pretty good. So if you want to pick one up and try it, that's what I would recommend personally.
I always forget that you owned a high kappa.
Me? That was many, many years ago.
You know what they say? Never meet your heroes.
What? I can't stand you. Oh my God. Never meet your heroes. Anywho, what do you guys think of suppressors in Airsoft?
I think they're great. I think especially for HPA, they're fantastic because you can actually get airsoft guns really quiet with an HPA engine.
Yeah, sickeningly quiet.
I mean, Your Mancraft is
That
disgustingly
Mancraft
quiet.
is my favorite thing ever. If anyone has a version 2 Gearbox Mancraft PDIK for sale, like, let me know. I want one.
They're fantastic systems.
I know.
There's not a lot of tunability with them, which is the only problem, and that's a problem with all mechanical systems. But
I don't need it.
no, you don't. I
That's
mean,
the
the
thing.
most tunable one is the Kythera, but
Mhm.
like the Mancrafts are just so good.
Oh my god, that gun is like, I have not touched any other toy gun since building that. But yes, whisper quiet. You do have to do a few things though. Like most of the time out of the box, the suppressor won't just like make it quiet.
Yeah, it's just for looks out of the box most of the time.
So you do have to add a little foam or a little whatever you want to.
Fart flap.
Yeah, I think we did talk about that in
We
the
did.
previous live.
And then the other cool thing about suppressors is if you're not trying to make everything quiet, like we generally do with HPA, you do have the option to have an integrated tracer unit, and you do have now the Smoky Wolf style ones that can add some different effects to your gun if you're into that, to make stuff be really cool, and also have some cool footage if you want to do that, or you can just make sure that your BBs are actually hitting what you intend them to hit because you can see them better. So that's the other cool part about suppressors is it can create a very clean look while adding features to your gun, and because you can hide stuff in it. Or you can increase your air efficiency by putting a longer barrel because now you have a suppressor on it. So that's another benefit of running a suppressor. The downside is obviously your gun's longer. So take it or leave it there. You win some, you positives and negatives.
Pros and cons.
That was it. Thank you. I totally couldn't think of the word pros and cons.
Positives and negatives.
Positives and negatives.
Tom, I'm going to send you a PM to your IG about something coming up for next summer, just an FYI.
Oh, cool. Yeah, actually, anybody who is in the comments that's like one of our event runner partners, if you guys have any of your schedules out, just because you brought it up, Great Lakes, if you have any of your schedules that you want to get on our calendar for us to come and vend, please get me that as soon as you can, because 2025 is already filling up the first half of the year. So please get me those as soon as you can.
Wild.
It's the most business thing I think I've said on the live ever.
Also, is there a benefit to running a GBBR with an HPA adapter like a GBBR M4 with an HPA AEG adapter?
So many benefits. There's actually a ton of benefits. The biggest problem, and you can talk a lot more about this than me, but the biggest problem with gas blowbacks is temperature problems that you experience with green gas / propane and CO2. They fluctuate like crazy in the temperatures, whereas HPA, because it's oxygen, it is the ambient gas that you are operating in, does not fluctuate performance-wise as much as green gas or CO2. But you've done that a lot more than me.
Yeah, it's just much more consistent. Tom pretty much hit the nail on the head. I mean, if you've ever used a pistol, if it's warm out, it's amazing. If it's cold, it sucks. Same applies to the rifles. Like Tom said, HPA in a tank is going to be infinitely more consistent. Regardless of temperature, though, you're still going to have more consistency shot to shot.
Yeah.
Even if it's 80 degrees out, as you pull the trigger, that gas in the magazine is going to cool down just naturally from escaping the mag. So you're going to have inconsistencies regardless of temperature. So HPA just gets rid of that. And I mean, I can't really speak on feeding. I don't really hear many feeding problems with gas blowbacks.
Well, the cool part, though, is operationally, even with feeding and stuff, because you can adjust your pressure now, too, because you have an adjustable regulator, you can adjust your FPS, you can adjust how hard the parts are moving, so you are not overpressurizing and you're not underpressurizing and causing more wear and tear on a gas blowback system because you can adjust your pressure, and also you can increase it if it's not cycling properly as well.
Now, just remember, if you ever HPA a gas blowback of any type, pistol or rifle, if you introduce pressures from a regulator over the output of green gas, which is about 80 to 90 psi, the guns are designed to run on green gas, which is 80 to 90 psi. If you introduce more from your HPA regulator, you're going to either damage or break different components depending on the gun that you might have to reinforce. So just keep that in mind. Oh, and you have to lubricate it more regularly. because HPA is dry and green gas is lubricated. It's one other thing. Oh boy, I haven't been asked about these things in forever.
What?
How good are the A&K STWs, aka the PTWs? Fun fact for you.
Are they the real thing?
No.
No.
I actually owned one. I had one. The bodies are not compatible with Sistema body components. So the uppers and lowers are not interchangeable. That was a huge disappointment because, honestly, I bought one for a second lower, just as an emergency. They don't play well with each other. Honestly, though, from a functional standpoint, they do shoot, and they do function. No, I know that sounds...
Walmart guns shoot.
No, but they're not terrible. The only things that are the weak points from what I remember are the electronics. The electronics are absolute dog water. Like Sistema PTW electronics are already finicky just because of how delicate they are. I've never experienced it, but you hear it all the time. But the A&K ones are just, they're holding on by a thread right out of the box. So you can swap out the electronics for Sistema electronics in the A&Ks and do some work on the barrel, like a flat hop nub. Orga makes a really good one. At least they did 10 years ago. I don't know if they still do. But that was something that was done to the A&K, and it did shoot decent. It's not as responsive in semi as the Sistemas are. They're like either geared differently, or their motors are nowhere as torquey.
Is the gearbox like designed similarly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's almost identical.
Okay.
Yeah. Parts aren't as nice. Body isn't as nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think they're only like, God, I haven't looked those up in forever.
It's like a fraction of the cost.
Yeah, I'm just actually curious at this point. A&K, PTW, that's PTS. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, like $400.
$416
Yeah.
bucks.
Let me ask you this, because you have so much experience with it. I do not actually have a lot of experience with that. That versus a VFC Avalon gearbox.
The A&K?
Yeah, the A&K versus like a, something that's tried and true, that's a regular version 2 style.
Oh, I would buy a VFC over an A&K PTW any day of the week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Because it's about the same price.
An Avalon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there are benefits, I feel like, to the A&K PTW system simply based on the fact of cost.
Okay.
If you really wanted to experiment and learn and mess with the gearbox, I mean, if you've ever seen a Sistema gearbox, it's literally this big.
Yeah.
There's planetary gears. It uses optical sensors. It's the first gun to use optical sensors. Everything, like the motor, it is its own thing over and over. There's like almost nothing that is like a version 2 gearbox. Like nothing. It is a great platform to learn on because God forbid you break something on an actual Sistema and trying to source those parts, you're like, oh, well, there goes my $1,200 airsoft gun.
Yep.
But, you fuck up something on a A&K.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, well, I learned not to do that on the real one.
Yeah.
And they function.
It's like buying parts for my bike versus buying parts for my car.
Yeah, it's the PTW we have at home. You're absolutely right. It was okay. It was fun. It worked. But I wouldn't be like, buy this for your primary airsoft gun ever.
Okay.
But fun to dick around with.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Man, that unlocked a core memory. I actually still have parts of that gun at home. I have random components of it.
You sure you still have it?
Yes.
What other PTW look-alike do you have in a box at home?
Is that a joke? Or is that
unless you got rid of it, you get the CTW.
Oh, I do have a CTW.
You
Yeah.
have these things around your house that you forget
This is
about.
where-
I remember.
I do. CTWs weren't as bad as the A&Ks, but they were also not good either. I think we used to sell them here years and years and years ago. Like when Kurt first opened Amped, we sold Celsius PTWs, and every single one of them was returned.
Oh, my God.
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
They were returned for being too good.
Yeah, they got banned. They
I
were just
can't
so good.
use it, man. I feel guilty. Yeah, no.
The Celsius, the cool thing about the Celsius PTWs, though, was the bodies were compatible. They were direct clones.
Yeah.
I mean, like, to the T. You could Lego parts back and forth.
Yeah.
But God, the quality on those too. If you know, like when you break an AR and the upper receiver kind of hinges on the front pin.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, if you let it drop from any amount of time, it would just blow the pin holes out.
Ooh.
My first Systema PTW I ever got.
Yeah.
This was the most painful story of my life. I got my first Systema PTW and I was trying to put a Mark 18 rail on it, and I went to open it, and it was like probably like 80 degrees.
Yeah.
So it had 10 more degrees it wanted to go to be 90.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck? And it broke the rings for the front pin to go through. Just the one. It didn't break both of them, so you could still close it and put it back together. And I was like, you're kidding me. But that was painful. But
I like how you said that's the most painful story of your life, and I'm like thinking of something that happened to you probably
yeah,
a month
well,
ago that
you
was
know,
much
we
more
don't-
painful.
We don't talk about that.
I have a live question for you guys to discuss. What do you think of the new GMR plate carrier?
Let me see it.
What is it? Just laser cut?
Is it a bunch of laser cut?
1 second, let me just go to the top. He's so many pictures of it.
Yeah.
Okay, Eric has asked a live question on the live. This is a first.
So,
What is our opinion on the new GMR gear plate carrier?
so it's all Velcro.
Okay.
It is laser cut moly.
Okay.
A lot of those, oh my gosh.
I like the quick.
Hardware cuts, I'm not
Is it
sure.
hook?
First spear tubes.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think the purpose of it is like maximum everything retention, where you have an ability to like put on whatever, retain whatever, however you want. I think I don't know if it's reversible. I thought maybe it was, but I could be wrong. I
So
could be
like
wrong.
my take on this, just looking at the the features you've gone over and looking at it, I think it's cool.
That's neat.
That's an interesting setup.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like for a back panel that has it.
Yeah, the adjustability looks
Yeah.
endless.
Yeah, so I think that's the major selling point of it. Is the
I think it
fact that
looks
it's,
really
like,
cool, but it looks really cool. I'm wondering, and this is something for me with plate carriers in particular, is I haven't had this in hand, so I don't know what the quality of it is. I mean,
It's first spear.
GMR stuff is
It's always been.
high quality.
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
always
high
been.
quality.
You stick your mini mag or mini map right to the thing if you're into those.
Dude, doing
so.
a front mini map is crazy.
It's cool. Mini mag on the back, mini map on the
I
front.
have one of my JPC set up.
That's kind of cool, man.
And
I'm not gonna lie, like it's
thermal imaging looks good.
I think if anybody would really like it, it'd be you
I-
for the adjustability and the modularity.
I do like the modularity of it because you're right. A lot of my setups are very modular based, so I can change it up a lot.
It's very low profile.
Yeah, very.
I like it a lot. Me personally, anything with gear like that, I want to get my hands on to see how I actually would like it.
What's the
Well,
price?
Yeah, how much is it?
It's OEM by first 350. So
That's not bad.
it's
not
OEM by
terrible.
first spear. So if you know first spear quality, which is great.
Yeah.
You could obviously know that it's going to be good quality.
So here's my take. I like the concept. I think the adjustability is fantastic, and I think honestly it's probably a really good bang for your buck if you want to change
350.
if you want to
Yeah.
change platforms and this and that.
Yeah.
I personally do not like how it looks.
I think the laser cut's a little ugly.
It looks very utilitarian.
I don't like it visually,
Yeah.
but I can like it and respect it from a function standpoint, and I know that's all Paul goes for
Yeah.
with his gear.
Yeah.
Is pure function, and that's what it's there for. So I can't knock it from that standpoint.
I keep
It looks
looking
comfortable.
at it. I keep looking at it. And I keep like taking another look. I was like, that looks like it fits really well.
It is all Velcro, which is crazy.
Yeah, so you can really make that work for you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I like the tubular cummerbunds too.
Yeah.
I like that concept.
They're
Just-
elastic too. The
Yeah.
buttons are all
I
elastic.
like it a lot.
Mhm.
There's a lot of things I like about it. But you're also asking me, who hates plate carriers, like running plate carriers, what I think about a plate carrier. I agree with him. It kind of has this weird like tiger striping going on with it because of all the laser cutting. But I also, from my perspective, I like the function of it. It looks really functional. Yeah.
What's up with the first spear with like the tube connect?
Oh,
at
the tube
top and then the
It's
two,
probably-
the two,
It's gotta be
It's probably
for
like a
some
quick
panel.
connect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen one that like attaches.
That's
to it.
really interesting.
It's probably so if you had like a pouch that you quickly needed to remove.
Yeah,
You
do
probably
attaches to
put
that.
like the other tube thing to like a mollied flat, like to a back panel.
I
Yeah,
bet
it
you.
looks like their back panels attached that way. Those back
Yeah.
panels, which I haven't even seen them.
Yeah,
do
it's
those
it's
before.
pretty sick. Oh, and I mean, he shows the picture of him carrying the ruck with it.
Yeah.
It's so low profile, you can do that as well. I like it. I think it's cool.
Yeah. That's very cool.
All right.
This week in Airsoft, you know.
No, I mean, new stuff is always cool. Speaking of guns being banned, do you think the Wolverine Havoc is going to be banned at indoor fields due to the amount of BBs per shot, similar to how the flak shotgun got?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely. This is the hottest topic about the Havoc engine design and the gun itself.
take me back.
Oh, yeah.
The LBT 694.
But I think with the Havoc engine and the Wolverine shotgun, this year, we've said this many times this year, semi-auto shotguns have been wanted in Airsoft for a while, but they come at the cost of there's a lot more rounds coming down at you at a low joule rating for each individual BB, but combined, a lot of players are not used to it, and I think there's going to be a lot of apprehension when they first hit the field. The Wolverine one in particular has the best effective range out of all of them. And I definitely see it getting banned by a lot of indoor fields because a lot of indoor fields are going to look at it like it's too overpowered, or at least they're going to restrict it from full auto use. I think is going to be the main thing. I think if you can have it in a way that you only are running semi-auto at a field and you're only using the mags that they made specifically for it, which they made at a lower capacity for restrictive play, while still allowing it to be used. I think those are ways to mitigate it and to curb people getting butthurt about it. I know there were a bunch of different semi-auto shotguns here, I think for Bolt Bash. And there was definitely complaints because of how tight our field are, but at the same time, people were okay with running around with them. So I think it's going to come down to each field owner. I think it's not going to be as controversial as like the 40 mic, which the Flak 10 and Flak 5 was based on the 40 mic technology. Mm-hmm. The Havoc engine inside of the Wolverine shotgun is more tunable, and therefore you can make it a little bit more field friendly than the Flak 10 and the Flak 5. I think it, and the magazine capacity there is restrictions for it. So, I don't know. I think fields should be a lot more open to allowing it and having a conversation with customers about it instead of just outwardly immediately banning it. But I do know that some fields are just going to immediately ban it. Like, that's just a fact.
Mm-hmm. What's the difference between a V1 gearbox and a V2?
Oh my god, so many things.
Well, we are down to 5 minutes, but...
There's one gun that had a V1, right?
Yeah, the FAMAS.
The FAMAS is the only one with a V1 gearbox. There's so many differences.
This is how you want it from us.
I do want a FAMAS.
Yeah, the V1 and the V2 are very different. The V1 is shaped so differently. The electronics are different. Everything about it is super differently designed. Whereas V2 is very much designed for an M4 body, and that's why it's ubiquitous in so many different things. Is because there's so many different people making an M4 AEG.
It was the first iteration of an AEG gearbox.
Yeah,
version 1.
That's crazy.
Hi,
buddy.
Where are we here? Will you guys have Fate rounds at reindeer games? Safe for sale?
No. We might have some Reapers. We don't have Fates, but we might have some Reapers, but you are not going to be able to use them.
Well, if you'd let me finish the question, he says, I know we won't be able to use them, but it is good to stock up.
Yes, it is. We may have some Reapers, but Black Friday's here, so you might not be able to get them.
You kill me.
Yeah. You said we only have so many minutes.
I know.
We haven't even hit the written ones because you guys would just dumped us
Dude,
with questions.
That's great.
That's good.
Yeah. Is there a way I can use an M4 adapter for my AAP01 without using HPA? No.
No.
No, you have to use HPA. You've removed the gas well from your gun, so you need to power it somehow. What do you guys think about the Monk ESGs for on guns? Some say it's too weak. I really don't want to spend $450 on an aluminum one. I would still need a bottle that's just out of my price range. I mean, are they good? I don't know anything about them.
I have looked at them. I've talked with a few people who have used them. I think they're good. I think they look really good. If you're trying to go for more of a look factor than a functional factor, They look really good. I don't know if they're worth that price tag. I mean, CNC'd and imported, they are worth that price tag compared to other things like that. It really comes down to a looks factor for you if you want to spend the money to have your gun look better. That's what it comes down to in that case. They work fine, but it is for looks at the end of the day.
That's how valuable that type of gun style is to you.
Yeah.
Doesn't Kurt have a shit ton of GMR minimaps?
Yeah. Well, I think he had
No.
a few.
No, he only had one.
Yeah, he had one.
Had. I hope all is well with the team.
Very good, man.
Brother. Will you guys be stocking Tag 67s?
Yes, we will be. The next shipment of those coming in, restock, is going to be probably happening at the end of January, just FYI.
Why should people buy the Amped Fusion compared to the Polar Star one? What's the difference?
Different nozzle and different poppet for efficiency.
Yeah, purple poppet, purple nozzle, right?
Yes.
So pre-shimmed, it's just upgraded. It doesn't have a banjo on it?
No, that one doesn't come with
okay.
the banjo, but it comes with the two poppets.
Yeah.
Or the poppet and the nozzle, the
Yeah.
two purple poppet and nozzle.
Let me make sure I'm just getting everything. Okay, cool. So YouTube should be good.
Sweet. All right.
Airsoft doesn't use versions that way it's supposed to be used.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Like, there's so many different versions of the version 2, but the core of most of the gearboxes are based around the original TM version 2, 3, whatever have you. And then there's upgrades and changes from there. One of the biggest ones that's gotten away from that is the KWA version 2.5 gearbox, which is very much a version 2 gearbox with a lot of changes done to it.
I think if it was a lower round per shot, maybe, but that's 8 per the Wolverine shotgun. Is there a way to adjust how many shots BBs come out, or no?
Not at the moment they have, but there is a design way that they have already prototyped to change it. It is a physical thing within the engine. You would have to open the engine and then change out a physical part of the engine to change how it rounds, and it is very easy to do. It's basically like changing a nozzle on any other engine, if you want to look at it that way.
All right, Tom, and then to finish it out, thoughts on the Backdraft Bluetooth FCU?
From what I've seen, it looks really cool. I have not tested it at all. I have not played around with it at all, so I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't really like to give my opinion unless I've had time to mess with it.
Yeah.
So.
But, judging from the other stuff that's come out,
Aiden stuff isn't that bad, yeah.
we have good expectations.
Yeah, definitely.
But all right, guys, that will take us to the end of our lunchtime live stream. We do this every single week on Wednesdays from 1 to 2 p.m. And then if you don't get to catch the entire episode live, you can actually listen to it on Spotify while you're driving your car and listen to us yell at you through your car stereo. So check us out on Spotify, YouTube, it gets posted, and you can watch it later, and Instagram. So everyone have a great and safe Thanksgiving. If you have plans this evening, be safe, be smart, and make it home.